Whoa, what the? Welcome to New Mexico.
We are back.
We are back. This is Tigner Adventures, and yep, we're back in New Mexico, making our way towards Arizona. And this is the Welcome Center on the border of Texas and New Mexico. So anyway, we stayed here for the night, and now we're going to head on into Albuquerque.
Nice truck stop. It was pretty quiet, but we had all our windows closed. It's finally cool enough to close the windows.
Yeah.
Feels good this morning.
There's like 50 truck parking spots, and if you look through here, you can see that there is a lot of trucks here. And then there's one other RV with us, but not a lot at this time of year. Wow, this is a pretty good size visitor center here, and they've got a map over here where Ninette's at, but all kinds of different things on display here. And of course, all the literature and things about what you can do when you're in Oklahoma. Well, that was a scary little deal. So we hit the car with our grill. So it didn't do a lot of damage to our rig, luckily. It didn't do a lot to theirs either. I overcorrected, so I was glad I could get it back under control, because these big rigs, it doesn't take a lot to lose control and go rolling down the highway. So I do feel blessed in that sense. We are all okay, and we just got a little damage here. So the important thing is we're alive and we're all okay. Tansy we went to the back room where she was sleeping in her bed, and it had slid off the counter. And she was under it wondering what in the world just happened. So anyway, Ninette's inside cleaning up the mess, because everything kind of went from one side of the vehicle to the other side, emptied out the fridge. But that's how it goes. So we got to go to into Albuquerque now and kind of assess damages and see what we can do to fix things up and get going again.
I gotta put the stuff back in the freezer.
Oh.
Door broke.
Oh, looks like we broke the top of the freezer off right there. Yeah. Wow.
I got the piece.
Yeah. Everything can be fixed. The important thing is we're still alive. And Tansy, where'd you go, Tansy? She's like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but that was more of a ride than I wanted, huh? Tansy, what you doing? Hiding back there.
Hi.
You okay? She goes, let me get in my box. She goes, this not even flat, so I don't know what's going on, huh? You don't know what to think, do you? Well, I have calmed down a little bit. Not quite as jittery as I was a little earlier. Still have a little bit of adrenaline rush, I guess, or something going through my system still a little bit, but still really, really thankful that nothing too drastic happened, especially injury and things like that. All right, I have removed the grill, and if you look right here, I've taken that grill off. If you look down here on the ground, there is the grill, and you can see this is bent here, but mainly right here is bent really bad, but it's just all aluminum pieces, so it's just a matter of bending that all back. And the things are riveted on there, so I think I can just drill them out and just re-rivet them. So not too difficult to fix, at least at this point. And then we were looking at getting the rig painted anyway, so, but all we did was we kind of scraped this up a little bit right here and tore off a little bit of fiberglass there that we can patch pretty easily. So overall, we didn't fare too bad on that little piece right there. All right, we have this all riveted back together again, and we're gonna put this back up on the RV. Well, it's not exactly new, but it looks pretty darn close. The only thing I really need to do now is just kind of get the buffer thing out then and buff out that little area right there. Now I've got to work on getting the refrigerator finished. So having a little bit of an issue there, trying to figure out what how to actually fix that. I may have to just glue the stuff back together, glue the hinge back together or something that broke. But anyway, I'm happy with the grill. I'm happy this is not any worse than what happened, and things are good. So anyway, we'll see how we go going forward. Well, I have tried everything with this door. I've actually taken this door off. You can see that I put some the Reflectix up there to kind of keep the cold inside there right now. I've been working trying to figure out how to get this hinge system apart, and this one here is broke right here, and I was thinking that I could just peel this top off of here, but I have done everything to get that off. I took the door itself. The reason I put the Reflectix up there is I took the door into an RV shop. I was trying to get the parts for it, see if there was some parts to replace that with. This is such an old unit that they don't make them this way anymore, and it's really not made. It's basically made to buy a new door and replace it. So, and I've talked to the service department, everybody. Nobody has any ideas. So, man, if you guys have some ideas, what I was thinking of doing was just taking this top plate off right here and flipping it around, just put the bottom on the top and the top on the bottom. That way it would, what it would do is, I've got the same hinge set up on the opposite side, right? And the idea is to, that you can flip the doors around so it can be a right-hand fridge opening compared to a left-hand fridge opening. But I would probably do that for the freezer if I could, but the middle piece of the hinge that goes here that works on the big refrigerator door and the freezer door is the same hinge system, so you can't just make one open one way and the other one open the other way. You have to do all one way or all the other way. Ninette says she does not want the fridge opening towards the living room, which I don't blame her. So what we've come down to now is we're just going to use some super glue and glue that piece back in there. Okay, I have this all super glued, so you can hardly tell that it was broke. And I've built it up just a little bit. I've got some special glue that you use this powder and everything with there to kind of build it, and I think it's pretty solid, so this will be a really good test of that super glue. But I have done both sides because this side was kind of wiggling around right here and everything. It was just not on there very good, so this will help support this door a lot better. So the next thing is just putting the door back on. This is just undoing this eyebrow board here. I'm going to take that off first. We'll open up this. We'll kind of try to set this up in there. So I went ahead and taped up this up here just to kind of hold that from falling out, because it's got some little wires here. I don't want them to break off. I've got to undo this one piece up here, so I have an adjustable wrench, and all it is just screwed in there. It's a little post at this point. So this is the little post here that actually goes into the hole on this door. So we're going to go ahead and set this back up here in place, and go ahead and just close it there, and then we'll put this post in. Snug that up. We don't want to get it too tight. We don't want to strip it. And then our last thing is, look how nice that door works. Good. So we're just going to kind of put this over here, and we're going to go ahead and hook this eyebrow board back up again. So we'll take the tape off of this and drop this down. All right, now we can put the door parts together again. Let's see that one here. And we are done. All right, so I probably should have just super glued that to begin with. That actually was a pretty easy job to do, and after a bunch of research, that's what a lot of others have been doing. On these older models, it's really tough. You know, they really only keep parts for things that are like 10 years or newer, and we're like 25, 26 years, 27 years old now. So it's really tough to find different parts, even though Dometic is a major player in the market. They discontinue a lot of this stuff. So anyway, with that said, luckily this wasn't any worse than it was. It's nice that we had a dash cam. We actually have a dash cam in our rig, and we have a dash cam in our car. And so it's really nice to be able to have that to go back to look at certain things and you know, just kind of understand what's going on. One of the issues, you know, as you're driving a big rig, you got to always watch out for everybody else, because you know, if you've ever been driving even down the road in our car, you know, you have trucks that kind of pull over, or somebody just doesn't see you and they start to change lanes. Same thing that, you know, can happen. So we kind of really have to have eyes everywhere. So all I can do is just encourage you to really be careful out there. It is tough with all these guys zooming in and out of everywhere. So just kind of keep your eyes open, and luckily nothing major happened this time, and no lives were lost. So that's the key thing there. And I mean, it is a big rig, so we just got to be careful. So anyway, with that said, thanks for following, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing and supporting us. We do really appreciate that. And at this point, we'll just say that we hope to see you down the road again. We are in New Mexico, so we got a bunch of things that we're doing here and got things planned. So we'll see you down the road or on our next video. So thanks.